Alrighty, time for this week's vlog. This week's vlog is about barking dogs, apparently. Hope, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the neighbor's dog is barking, so I'll keep going. Hopefully it'll settle down. This week's vlog is actually about you've been on the keto diet for a month. Everybody, not everybody, but some people, when they start at the beginning of the year, make a resolution to get in better shape, getting healthier, and maybe you've chosen the keto diet as your way of doing that. And you're a month in now, and no progress. You can't figure out what's going on. You're not sure why you're not having the results that other people have had. You've heard stories about people dropping a lot of weight right at the beginning, and you haven't dropped any weight. So I'm going to run through a few things you might want to look at as to why you might not be having this progress that you want. The first thing is, don't worry about what other people are doing or have done or accomplished. You're different than them. Your body chemistry is different than them. How you might respond to this diet or that diet is completely different and irrelevant to how they did. And that's the first thing to keep in mind. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Now, if you haven't made any progress, of course, you're comparing yourself to yourself, and there might be things you might want to look into. The first thing I would do is a little bit of a honesty slash reality check. Have you been keto? Have you been following the strict rules of keto as you understand them? The reason I'm bringing this up is because it takes a while of adapting to the keto diet before you can afford to step outside of the boundaries. What I mean by that is the keto diet is unique in that you're uh, changing the fuel system of your body, and that fuel system will become ketones. As you're starting out, your body doesn't want to transition. So what happens is it kind of fights it a little bit. That's why you get the keto flu. Uh, so if you are giving it reasons to stay the old way, you're fighting the change. What I mean by that is you went the whole first week perfectly keto. You did everything right, got out for some walks. I did everything you needed to do. So you rewarded yourself at the end of the week with a little trip to Dunkin' Donuts. You just threw the week away. Uh, the reason for this is one trip to Dunkin' Donuts, and it's highly unlikely that you have not gone over your carb allowance for the day, and your body now has glucose again, and it's like, hey, we're back in business. Um, when you do that, like I said, it resets things. It gets your body back on using glucose when you've been working so hard to get it to go on ketones. You want to stop that by not doing the cheating. Stick to the diet. Be very, very careful about what you're eating. And this is for the first month or two until you are absolutely certain you're adapted. Uh, it's just too easy for your body to want to go back. So absolutely, if you know you've snuck some snacks in, or you're aware that you had something you shouldn't, uh, the key to the next month for getting going is to be very strict keto. Now, maybe you know you haven't cheated. Maybe you are aware that you've not done anything to your recollection that should be a problem. Maybe your understanding of the keto diet is not as good as it should be. My answer to that would be to go back and do your homework again. There are plenty of good resources on the internet about how you keto properly. I will link a few in the description at the end of the video. Uh, People like Goody Beats, Thomas DeLauer, Keto Connect. Dr. Eric Berg is an excellent source of information. Reading books like the Ketogenic Bible. If you have a question about the ketogenic Bible, or sorry, the ketogenic diet, and you can't find the answer in the ketogenic Bible, I would be shocked. It's a very comprehensive book. I highly recommend it. Let's say you've taken all those steps. I've gone back, and looked, and I know I haven't cheated. I've gone back and restudied. No, my understanding is pretty correct. My next suggestion would be start reading labels more carefully, especially now that the keto diet has taken on a good degree of popularity. What we have is a situation where we get a lot of ketogenic friendly foods, and this is according to them. There's no uh, system they have to go through to prove they're ketogenic friendly. They're just putting it on the label. Check the labels. Make sure it's actually ketogenic friendly. Make sure the things you are eating are low carbs. Make sure what you're putting into your system is definitely keto. And label reading will help you with that. And I mean the nutrition label on the box, not the label of the box, the nutrition label. How many carbs does it have? How much fat does it have? There are things that are listing themselves as keto friendly that are way higher in protein than they are in fat, but they are low to no carbs. That certainly low to no carbs is a keto friendly aspect of it, but if you're going way over in your protein, you're creating a condition called gluconeogenesis, and that is turning the excess protein into glucose, and that's why you're having problems. Read the labels. The next step after reading the labels is track. When I first started, I hated tracking food, and I'll admit that I don't do it very often anymore. Actually, not at all anymore. But when you're first starting, until you get to know how it feels to be in ketosis or not in ketosis, track. There are many free programs out there you can use. Some cost, some are free. So if you don't want to spend any money, I believe my fitness app can track food for free um, on the free side, but a little less user friendly until you pay Chronometer. Just if you go in iTunes or Google Play if you use Android, and you look up food tracker, there's going to be plenty of options. And start tracking your food. When you're not tracking your food, it's just so easy to go over the individual macros. You might look at the individual foods you're eating, and sure enough, it's very low carb, it's very moderate protein, very high fat, but you're eating so much by the end of the day, you have well over 50 grams of carbohydrates, or you have way over your protein needs for the day. And these are things that'll fight getting into ketosis. Uh, Now you've done all that. You've made sure you're not snacking. Uh, you're certain you understand the ketogenic diet and you're following the principles correctly. You're reading labels so you know the foods are ketogenic. Or I should say, I hate it when I say ketogenic foods. There's no such thing as ketogenic foods. It's foods that promote ketosis. The foods promote ketosis. Now you've been tracking and you know that you're staying within the boundaries and you're still not getting into ketosis. You're still not having progress with the ketogenic diet. My advice then would be to take it to the next step and go carnivore. The carnivore diet, we just get rid of carbs. With the carnivore diet, it's all animal based. If it didn't come out of an animal, you shouldn't be eating it. No carbohydrates whatsoever. I mean, there might be small amounts, but they're minuscule. You'll spend all day eating before you get to 1 gram of carbs. If you go on the carnivore diet and cut out the carbs altogether, and you're on that for a month, and you're not making any progress, the simple reality might be that just the ketogenic diet isn't for you. Uh, as I stated at the beginning, when you shouldn't be comparing yourself to others, different people have different physiologies, and your physiology may just not work with the ketogenic diet. So it might be time to look elsewhere. Maybe the paleo diet, the Atkins diet. Uh, OMAD is another uh, good one. It's a diet based on fasting for most of the day, and then in one meal a day. That's where you get OMAD from. Uh, you put all your calories in that, but you're talking about a half an hour of eating, and then 23 and a half hours a day of fasting. Try one of those. The important thing is to keep trying something. I've had great success with the ketogenic diet, but that's me. You may not be. Move on to something else. Don't give up on your diet goal. Don't give up on your weight loss goals, your self improvement goals. Just understand the ketogenic diet isn't working for you and you need to move on. Uh, that's the thought I'm going to leave you with for the day. If you like the content and want to keep seeing this content, please subscribe. There's a little like button down there that you can let me know that I did a good job. If you have a comment or a question, a disagreement, a suggestion on how I can do better with these videos, please leave a comment below. I'd very much like to hear from you. Uh, if you want to be notified immediately when the videos are put up, click the bell. That'll give you immediate notifications. Uh, with that little bit of self promotion, I'll go ahead and end it here. I hope you're having a great day. I hope whatever you do for the next month starts getting you some progress and you're making goals. Just remember, keep stepping forward and have a great day, a great week, and a great month. Peace.